Hi, I'm Kira K. Dixon, and today Caitlin Clark is under the umbrellas. Welcome, Caitlin.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Well, I heard that it's your first time at Augusta National. So what are the impressions so far?
Oh gosh, I mean, like, this is a place that's on literally everyone.
Caitlin Clark traded the hardwood for one of golf's most iconic stages, Augusta National, and what unfolded took everyone by surprise. From center court to the spotlight at the Masters, Caitlin wasn't there to compete, but to pause, reflect, and share a side of herself rarely seen. She opened up about her nerves, her unexpected golf journey, and off-season revelations that caught fans off guard. Even more surprising, how deeply golf mirrors the lessons she's learned on the basketball court. So, what did Caitlin reveal? And why is the world suddenly talking about it? Because she didn't just attend the Masters, she made it unforgettable.
Like, you see it on TV, but when you actually get here, it's a completely different experience. So beautiful. Like, wherever you look, it's like a postcard. It's amazing. I think the one thing that you can't tell on TV is the hills. Like, you can't really prepare for that. My legs were a little sore yesterday, but I mean, it's just unreal. It's perfect,
That's
honestly.
Your preseason workout.
Yes, exactly. Getting my legs back in shape.
There you go, there you go. Yeah, what did you do? I walked the golf course.
Yeah, that's how I got back in shape.
In classic Caitlin Clark style, she couldn't help but break the ice with a quick joke to set the tone.
I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do the next day. So maybe play some golf. I think that's what I'm going to do until it gets too cold in Indiana. So I got that. I'll become a professional golfer.
After famously joking that she'd spent her off-season becoming a professional golfer, Caitlin doubled down with a fresh punchline, saying that walking Augusta's legendary hills had turned into her preseason conditioning. "Getting my legs back in shape," she laughed, acknowledging that even attending the Masters as a fan is no easy stroll. But beneath the humor, it was classic Clark, a perfect blend of focus, fun, and a touch of sarcasm. Traits that never taken off season.
Family is here with you. They're just off camera. When I told my family that I was working the Masters tournament, that I would get to be here.
That's not even working. That's, it's a treat.
That I would even get to be in the vicinity of Augusta National. They were so excited. What was their reaction when you found out that you were going to all get to come?
For once, Caitlin Clark wasn't the one drawing the cheers. She was the one doing the cheering. At the Masters, she was simply a fan, wide-eyed and soaking in the moment, with her family right beside her.
And this is at the top of their bucket list too. Like, they can't get enough of it. I slept in today. My brother and my dad were here right when the gates opened. They were walking around. Nobody's playing, and that's what a lot of patrons do. They just walk around and want to see the course, and that's what my dad and my brother were doing. So they can't get enough of it. We've tried every single food. We're going down the list. So.
What's the favorite?
Caitlin's not shy about her priorities, especially when it comes to Augusta's legendary food. On a mission to sample everything the course has to offer, she confessed to indulging in more than a few not-so-healthy desserts, laughing that she might need some extra conditioning once she's back in Indiana. Whether it's the honey wheat chicken salad sandwiches or planning her next snack stop, Caitlin is fully embracing her role as a fan and loving every minute of it.
Favorite, I think the Georgia peach ice cream sandwich. You can't go wrong with that. It's like the peach isn't like overpowering. The sugar cookie is really good. Had a couple of them yesterday. I'm gonna need to get some extra conditioning in when I get back to Indianapolis. But I mean, you can't go wrong with anything. There's just so many things that are so good, and maybe it just tastes better because the view is also so amazing. But yeah, it's been fun.
Are you a pimento person?
Not a huge pimento person, but
it's a unique taste.
I would pick the chicken salad on the honey wheat before that. I really like the chicken salad. That's my go-to sandwich if I'm picking one.
Yeah, I like that. The protein gets you through the day.
It's really.
And yes, just like the rest of us, Caitlin plans her outfits with care. Unsure of the weather, she packed heavy but made sure to look the part. She hasn't even made her way to the merchandise tent yet, but when she does, it's not just shopping, it's a mission.
Who planned your outfits this week?
Ooh, well, I brought a ton of clothes because I didn't really know about the weather when I got here, but I mean, it's been perfect, but just trying to look the part at least, you know?
You do look the part, but you're a golfer, you know exactly what it takes.
I haven't gone to the merch area yet, so we're gonna get some good
what's
Masters.
on the...
Everything. But also then you gotta buy for people too. You gotta stock up on Christmas gifts. My brother's already gone. He spent a bunch of money, I'm sure.
Oops.
I'll be up there too, but I'll get some hats, get some nice golf gear, because it's exclusive. You can only get it here, so you gotta go crazy while you can.
Gifts for the family, new hats, coffee mugs, a must for the self-proclaimed caffeine queen, and, of course, exclusive golf gear. Caitlin even confessed to watching TikTok merch hauls just to prepare for the shopping spree ahead. Strategy meets style in true Clark fashion. And it's the kind of behind-the-scenes detail fans rarely get to see.
I've been watching like TikTok hauls of like what people buy so I can be prepared of what I want to get.
Well, because when you go in there, you have to have a strategy.
You have to have a plan, yeah.
It's overwhelming.
There's so many people in there. I'll probably get some coffee mugs. My brother said the coffee mugs were going off I'm a big coffee person, so get some coffee mugs.
In that sense, Caitlin Clark at Augusta isn't just a sports star at a golf event. She's all of us, stepping into a place we've only ever dreamed of. Awestruck, snack-focused, and ready to soak up every moment with the people who matter most.
Remember, I was pretty young and like I loved every sport. My parents like I wanted to try whatever I could. And I remember on one of my birthdays, I forget how old I was turning, but I was pretty young. I got my first set of golf clubs, and they were like bright pink, like the kid golf clubs. And I would always beg my dad to like take me and go golfing. I just really enjoyed it. I loved being outside. You know, I wasn't obviously very good. I still am a hack, but I think I just like love being outside.
Before Caitlin Clark was lighting up basketball courts, she was already falling for a different kind of game, one with no crowds, no teammates, and no shot clock. Her love for golf started early, and while she's the first to admit she's no pro, it's clear the sport holds a special place in her heart. So how did it all begin? Let's just say it involved a birthday, a set of bright pink clubs, and a whole lot of determination.
Competitive aspect of it, it's like a battle with yourself. Like it's an individual sport. It's so different than basketball or the other sports that I played growing up. So I think it makes you have this mental toughness about you. I think that's what I love about it. But a lot of my friends played growing up and throughout college, and even now professionally, some of my teammates play. So it's like a fun, competitive thing we get to do together. Yeah. And that's what I love about it. And yeah. That's the one bad thing about the WNBA is like it's during the summer, so I don't get to go out and golf as much, but I try to make as much time as I can without hurting my back, because I still need to make some shots, you know, here
and there.
But yeah, I mean, I got into it at a young age and I've really always just loved it, and I'm very average at it, but it's so hard. Like everybody's mostly pretty average, but yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it.
For Caitlin Clark, golf isn't just a hobby, it's a form of therapy. In a world where the spotlight is always on her, the golf course provides a rare sense of peace. It's where the pressure fades, the noise melts away, and the focus shifts inward. Just her, the club, and the next shot.
Also, I think like understanding how much I enjoy it and how peaceful it is. It's like such a nice way to get away from basketball and what your reality is every single day, and just to do something where you can like calm your mind and be away from people and be outside.
She's the first to admit she could never pull off a Michael Jordan and drop 35 points after 18 holes. But Caitlin completely understands why so many elite athletes are drawn to golf. It's a mental reset, a chance to breathe, recalibrate, and step back into the grind with a fresh sense of energy.
Why do basketball players specifically seem to love golf so much?
That's a really good question. Honestly, I really do think that like, one, it's a great escape for us. I think two, you know, we're so used to the team aspect, and then you get out on the course and it's such a challenge with yourself. Like it's you, the golf ball, the golf club, like the course, like that's all it is. You know, you don't have teammates to rely on. It's just a battle with yourself. And
it's almost like a mental exercise.
It really makes you mentally tough. And I think that's also what's really impressive about these professional golfers out here. Like you hit a bad shot, you don't have time to sulk, like you got to move on. And it is similar to basketball in the same way. Like you miss a shot, you got to move on. But you know, they're the one that has to step up and take the next shot. They don't have other teammates to rely on. So I think that's what's really impressive.
She even views it as a form of training. Like basketball, golf forces you to move on from mistakes. Hit a bad shot, you've still got to focus on the next one. Miss a big bucket, time to get back on defense. It's all about staying in the moment and pushing forward.
The most important thing is managing your nerves here. How much do you relate to that? I know that you said you don't really get that nervous in basketball, but every once in a while, I'm sure something does spike.
Well, it was just like interesting, like walking around yesterday, like the fans are just like so on top of you. And I think as an athlete, like when you're in your element and you're competing and doing your thing, you don't always realize that. So I'm sure the guys get in their zone and kind of go about their business how they always do. But that element is always something that you can't prepare for.
Caitlin knows you can't replicate the nerves or the pressure of a crowd in practice. And that's what makes both basketball and golf so unique. They share a common thread, the need to zone in, block out the noise, and perform. At Augusta, surrounded by fans and buzzing energy, she felt those nerves, even as a spectator. But that's the magic of golf. It challenges her in ways that strengthen every aspect of her game.
Just in basketball, like you don't show up to practice and there's not fans there yelling and screaming and cheering or walking alongside the ropes or sitting behind the green. Like those are just elements you can't prepare for. And, you know, you just kind of have to zone in and lock in and block out kind of all that noise, but also enjoy it at the same time because, you know, this place is beautiful and incredible. And, you know, having fans or crowds or whatever it is follow you in professional sports, like that's what makes it really fun.
Caitlin's not just a fan of golf. She truly understands it. The strategy, the mindset, the grind. It's that deep appreciation that allows her to seamlessly connect her love for both golf and basketball. She even recalls stories of Steph Curry hitting the range after a tough game, showing how both sports share that same mental toughness and commitment to constant improvement.
I think one of my favorite stories is when Steph Curry, I think it was the playoffs, and I think it was the finals, they had just lost, and he didn't play very well. And the next day they had off, and he didn't want to go to the gym, he wanted to go to the golf course and just hit balls. And then the next day he came out and had like 45 points and shot really well. And I think it just shows like how nice of a calming aspect it is for professional athletes, but also the competitive side of it. Like you love that too. And obviously Steph is really good, but I think that is one of my favorite stories is like, you understand like this is an escape for us too. Like it's that peaceful. And
or Michael Jordan squeezing in 18 holes before dropping 35 on the court. Caitlin doesn't just retell these stories. She truly understands their significance. That's where her sports IQ really stands out. For her, golf isn't just a fun side activity. It's a mental blueprint that reflects everything she values in elite competition. The focus, the resilience, the ability to push through. It all ties together in both sports.
MJ is really competitive with it. The stories about MJ are crazy. Like he would go play 18 and then show up to the game and drop 35. I could never do that. Like that's a different breed. But yeah, you find a lot of hoopers also like basketball too.
It turns out Caitlin isn't the only one in the WNBA sneaking glances at golf gear. From playful jabs with former teammate Grace Berger, a legit state champion, to current teammates casually tossing around the idea of taking up the sport, the golf buzz is quietly spreading through the locker room. And Caitlin? She's fully embraced it, becoming a sort of low-key golf whisperer among her peers.
I believe Grace was a state champion in high school for golf. Have you played with them?
Grace was?
Yeah.
What?
Have you played with anyone? Yeah, I think
Grace! You were a state champion golfer? Why did you hide that from me? She was on the team. They didn't play her, apparently.
Have you played with anyone on this team yet?
Honestly, I have not. I need to go. I know Lexi plays a little bit. Christy actually plays a little bit. Me and Christy probably go out there at some point and see if she can swing a golf club. I don't know. But I think a decent amount of people probably play. We can get them into it. We probably need to get some people out there. I want to see like AB swing a golf club. I feel like that might be funny.
I can see that.
Yeah. She probably won't like it.